have some Hey everyone, welcome back to Young and in Business. My name is Rhoda Nyakundi and I am privileged to have you join me again on this amazing episode. Starting out a business is something really that needs a lot of courage, needs a lot of zeal and a lot of energy, and I know it is not made for everyone. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody. So in case you just feel like this thing is not for me, well, we understand that is very, very normal. For the ones who have gathered the courage to start, one of the questions or one of the dilemmas you might be facing, because I have faced that, I keep on facing it even now, is wondering how you're going to make it or maneuver and make your business succeed in a world of competition, in a world of many other people doing what you are doing, but in a better way, in a more equipped way than you. But do you know what? On this episode, I'm going to be sharing how to end up building your personal brand and making it successful, even though it's going to take time. I'm not sharing these because I have made it. No, I am sharing this, number one, because of research, number two, experience, number three, observation. Okay, and I hope whatever points I'll be sharing with you today are going to be helpful to you, to your friend, to your community, and to anyone who is doing something in the society. Personal brand is how people view you or how people feel about you when your name is mentioned. Let's put it as what comes in mind when you think about KFC. For the KFC lovers, for me, what comes in mind is spicy, crunchy, sweetness, chicken, amazing. Whoosh! That is what comes to mind. So what comes to mind in the moment the KFC is mentioned, that is what I view the brand as. That is what they have allowed me see about the brand. So don't be put away, don't be put aside, just you to think about personal brand is about influencers, is a thing for big corporation, is a thing for celebrities and etc. Personal brand even is for the person who doesn't even own a business. How people view you around you, how people speak about you, how people feel about you or your business, that is a personal brand. And who doesn't want to have a personal brand that is high, 5-star, or like people are speaking about you in a very positive way in spaces that you're not, your name is mentioned and everyone is like, yes, that is the plug. Who doesn't want that? Well, I know I do. And to start us off in building our personal brand is you have to start by knowing who you are. What values do you stand for? Whatever is the foundation of my personal brand is faith. I believe in Jesus Christ, I believe in the Bible, I believe in God. So everything about my personal brand has to reflect that, I am guided by my faith. I am guided by what the Bible tells me. That is my own personal brand. So for you, what are your values? What guides who you are? What represents who you are? What makes who you are? All these things, you need to also get deeper into it. Your values, your principles, your stand, because all these are going to be reflected even in your business, even in your career, even in your interactions, right? You need to know that all these things are not separate, and it is easier if whatever shapes you, what guides everything about you. Naturally, that's what happens, if I'm not wrong, right? Yes. So from understanding who you are, then you will be able to know what should be reflected. One thing the Bible stands for is honesty, being truthful, being punctual, being disciplined, and all those things. So everything about my business has to reflect that. If a client comes, I am expected to be honest. I'm expected to be disciplined. I'm expected to be punctual. I'm expected to deliver authenticity. Like all these things will be reflected in my business in one way or another. Whatever you are is what your business is going to be representing. The next point is build a consistent online presence. I cannot stress this enough. I am also not so perfect onto this. I am still also trying my best to be as consistent as I can possibly be. But one thing that has really worked for me is choosing a specific platform and being intentional into showing up onto that platform. I have shared this in the episode about social media. Like, you don't have to be online everywhere. Like, your business has no business being everywhere. If especially you're just starting up, you don't have to be on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, Thread, Twitter, Facebook, and all this. You don't have to be available on all these platforms because it's going to be overwhelming for you, and you're just starting out. You're going to get tired. You're going to have it's going to require a lot of energy from you. Just choose the few platforms that are going to be working best for you and try your best to be very intentional and consistent into what you're doing. The visuals, also the logos, like, be very consistent. Don't use a certain color today and then tomorrow it's a different color. It's like a whole rainbow, unless that is what your brand represents. When someone sees a yellow, they remember, oh yes, blah blah blah, a certain brand. When they see a certain font, they know that, yeah, da 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 is a certain brand. Like, have consistency in how people view you also, not just in you showing up into creating content and such. Sorry for the noise. I hope we can still concentrate because that's something we can't control anyway. Yeah, this also helps build trust among your potential clients or your already existing clients. And next point is share your story. People relate to you more when they get to see the real you, the full of flaws you, the imperfect you. Like, I feel like when they get to see that you also err, you also have some downfall in your business or in your career or you as a person, then they feel like you're so authentic rather than just giving the best and the perfect version of you out there, and people are like, are you ever doing mistakes? People might see you or view you in another way where when you mess, they will not accept it in good faith. They might accept it in a very, very weird or judgy point of view. So share your story. Like, in my growing and glam, that is my wig business, I have shared this certain story. If you've not watched or you've not listened to it, I would really suggest you go listen to it on my TikTok and on my Instagram. Yes, I will be sharing my Instagram and TikTok pages. So I have shared about my first time making a wig and how beautiful it was, but how imperfect it was, and the imperfections that it had, but I had to still slay it. You see, like, I have shared that I did not start this business from a perfect or from a school point of view. I started it raw, and where I am at the moment, I have grown, and people can literally see that. I've also shared about where I started by hand sewing and now I'm using a machine. Like, it has been growth, and people get to grow with me in this journey and in this business as well. The next point is be relatable and authentic. I feel like it's more of also sharing your story. So be very relatable. When you share your story, let them people get to connect with you in different ways. Like, for me, people in my Instagram page connect more with me on the faith and lifestyle basis, and when they come to the TikTok business account, they relate more on me as a business or an entrepreneur. Like, whatever I am putting out there is, I also have a life that is aside from my business, that is away from my entrepreneurship. I have my faith journey, I have my skating lessons, I have all these things that I have chosen to share with the public. So be relatable and be very authentic. Like, authenticity is bringing people along in your life, bringing people along in what makes and has meaning for you. You don't have to bring them along in every little detail or every sector of your life. You can choose to put others private, but sharing 1, 2, 3 of your life really makes a difference and will really help you build a very good CV for your personal brand. The next one is invest in your visuals. Man, let me tell you, Maina, if there's something that really should stand out in your personal brand is the visuals. These I'm talking about the logos, the colors, the message. I've mentioned a little bit on the point where I talked about online presence and stuff, but let me now go deeper onto this. Let me tell you, you know that statement that says cheap is expensive? Man, trust me, it is. So when I started my wig business or all these other business, I always knew like a logo is very, very important. I always knew that. Like there's no debate about that. It was necessary for me to have a logo. So what I did is I didn't know any graphic designer, and the ones I knew at that time, I felt like they wouldn't deliver it. And I was like, there's always a cheaper way. I didn't see the meaning of like investing into the logo. So what I did is I went to Canva. For those that are graphic designers in the making, or like already graphic designers, or in one way or another, you know about the app, you know how easy it is to just get a logo from Canva. So I went and searched for a logo, and I really liked it. And I was like, you know what, I'm just going to be changing the initials and everything. And it's going to be cool. So I chose this logo. It was really cute. And I feel like it is delivering class, luxury, and all that I want my business to represent and my brand to present. So choosing it, I was like, okay. So after some months, I met this amazing graphic designer who I'm going to be sharing her number somewhere here so that you can also book her services. So she was like, you know what? I have seen a lot of businesses with the same logo but different initials, but it is the same logo. I was like, you must be kidding me. Who and where? I didn't remember, like, as long as it's free, anyone can access it. And as long as it's cute, everyone has seen it. So after she said that, I pinged her for like a week or so. And then I started seeing these businesses with the same logo but different initials. And then it hit me like, yo, this is an issue. Because now it was cute in my eyes, obviously also in the fresher some other people. And if it is free, then anyone can access it. And then I was like, so what should I do? I went to her and I shared with her what I wanted my logo to represent and all that. And I was like, you know what? You be creative. Man, you see the logo you're seeing right now? I will put it somewhere here. She's the one who designed it from scratch. And man, I really fell in love with it. So invest in it. Like, this is your business. You don't want anyone else having the same logo as you, because number one, it will just make people get confused maybe when they're looking at it, or when they see it they might think it is you and want to purchase from you, but it is really not you, and they end up buying from them. Like, competition doesn't need such mistakes. All right, so invest on that. Amazing graphic designs, posters, logos, branding and all that. She really does a very, very good job in the designing part. Also on the colors, get to research about the colors, know what colors and what each color represents. Like for me, I chose black and gold because it's speaking luxury, beauty, uniqueness, it's speaking class. Like that is what I wanted my wig business to represent. Also in the part of YouTube, I have chosen black, red and white because they speak more corporate, they speak more business, because this channel is all about business. Make sure you understand what each color in that logo, in your business brand, in your personal brand, what each color represents. because I know if you're going for positivity and vibes, I know orange is a very good color, bright colors are very good. When you're going for femininity and all that, pink is a very good color, purple is also another very good color. When you're going for royalty and stuff, I know there is royal blue is there, there is purple as well is also there. Like, get to really go deep and research about the colors before you choose colors. Don't just choose colors because you love them. On the message, make sure the message is communicating short and clear. Don't have a very long message representing your brand and people have to think hard about it. Don't go for ambiguous words. Use a very short, simple and clear words to make a sentence or a message and deliver whatever you want to deliver. Don't make people think a lot, don't make people read a lot, and don't make people search a lot. Just a simple statement, you've nailed it. The next one, which is also our last but not least point, I know you can go research more and more and understand how you can build your own personal brand, is engage with your audience. I have also talked about this on the social media episode. If you've not listened to it, again, I urge you to go listen to it. It has a lot of messages and a lot of information. So make sure you reply to comments when people ask you things, when people tag you on things. Ensure you respond. That is if it aligns. It aligns to who your brand is and who you are and what your values are. If they're not, then kindly stay clear out of them because they're going to tarnish your personal brand. Alright, so respond to the comments, respond to the mentions, the tags, the questions, etc. Just whatever your audience does on your social media platforms, on your presence, on your whatever. Ensure you try and reach out, respond, and make them feel like you hear them. There you have it. From the above point, you can clearly see that building your personal brand is indeed for you, and it is not as complicated and intimidating maybe of how you might have maybe thought it would be. It's so easy. All you have to do is understand who you are, be consistent, be invest in your visuals, engage with your audience, and all the points that I've shared. It's all that. And be patient with yourself. I think this is the bonus point. Be patient with yourself. Don't expect a ton of events in a blink of an eye. Like, it takes time. I'm also not there yet. I'm also in the process of it, and I'm really being patient, taking a day at a time, understanding that it needs experience and skills which I have to learn in the process. So I'm really open to it, and I hope you also will be open to it. Thank you so much for watching and sticking around on this episode. If you've watched it to this point, congratulations and thank you so much for that. If you've found this video helpful, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. Yes, and also subscribe if you have not yet. I don't know why you haven't, but I still urge you to subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you may not be missed by any episode that will be uploaded, maybe when you're not in the social media platform or you're not online. And also give it a share to anyone you think, and know that these tips and these information will be really helpful too. Until next time, keep dreaming big and working smart. Bye.